Yo gamers, welcome to my new video. As many of you might know, I'm an avid major, and this Monday they added some changes to the tumekens resplendence robe set. The thing with it was basically that you would wear at most like 4 pieces, because it would always be better to wear a tectonic helm because of the crit chance loss. Because of that, Jagex took a look at it. The idea was sort of to make Bleed strong for magic, because Tectonic was already a crit set. But yeah, that didn't really work out, so they decided to move this more towards a crit set, but also give it the links with Sunshine, because tumekens is of course heavily associated with the sun. So basically what they did is they changed the 3-piece effect. Instead of boosting your base damage in Sunshine, basically Sunshine boosts 50% of your damage, but this is sort of bonus damage. So bleeds are not affected by bonus damage, only base damage. So before Sunshine would turn into a base damage boost, meaning that it would boost bleeds, this is fully removed now. You now get a 1.5% crit strike chance per piece. You have 5 pieces, so that means if you wear the full set, you get a 7.5% crit chance increase, which is still like per piece lower than Tectonic. So wearing 4 pieces with a Tectonic helm would still be more crit overall. But we're gonna test it in a bit. The 4-piece effect is not changed. This is still like the faster asphyxiate. So in the full channel of an asphyxiate, you now hit 8 times for, I believe, 25% reduced damage. So this is actually a really big damage increase, and also you get more hits. More hits means you can crit more often, more crits means more FSOA hits. This also means, because there's more hits within one channeled ability, that the Channeler's Ring starts giving you more crit chance and more crit damage within this ability. So it becomes an absolute damage and adrenaline battery. And the last change, what it used to do is after a full channel of asphyxiate, so literally letting the bar fully run out, you will get the embodiment of light bonus, which would make your next non-channeled magic attack deal 50% more crit strike damage. So you wanted to throw like an Omni Power then, right? And you wanted to charge it up. They changed it now to be way stronger. For the whole 9 seconds, so instead of being consumed on the next non-channeled ability, now for the whole 9 seconds your crit strike damage is going to be increased by 50%. As we talked about in the league videos as well, crit strike damage might not be the strongest stat anymore with Mage, because it's very saturated. But we're going to do some testing here, and we're going to see if it's actually worth bringing the 5th piece for this effect, rather than bringing a crit helm with Tectonic. First of all, I did only 2 tests basically. I tested if it's worth it to bring the Tectonic helm over the 5-piece set. I did not test if it's worth bringing the Cinderbane gloves over the 5-piece set on Poison Ball bosses. I did not test this because my hunch is that Cinderbanes are gonna out DPS the 5-piece set anywhere, but I also didn't really have a good testing boss to try it on, because I am, I haven't practiced hard mode Carapac yet, so I'm gonna say I'm not good enough to practice that. Our Glacier is still have a streak going, and I didn't want to like destroy that for this video, and I don't know, like Hellware is too random, so I decided to do 2 tests. Those were Raksha and Vindicta, probably starting with Vindicta in this video. Because Vindicta is a really great DPS dummy. I did it in hard mode, so he has like more HP, because the damage is kind of nuts. So I went a little too quick. And Raksha is one of my favorite bosses, and I kind of wanted to see if we could get some DPS checks, or like more consistent, so that's what we're gonna do. So basically I did 5 kills with each of these bosses, so 5 with the Tectonic helm, 5 with the 5-piece, and I did them on both bosses. On Vindy you can already see that the kills are pretty fast overall, like around the 670 seconds mark. I had one outlier of 100 seconds. If there's like a really big outlier in a dataset, I'm not using it, because that would skew the entire data. So keep that in mind. It does shrink the dataset. Don't take my word as law, but it's still like, I think, a decent dataset to at least give you an idea. What I came out on was that it's about 66.8 seconds on average with the setup and the gear I used to kill it with the tectonic helm. But if I swapped over to a 5-piece, I actually noticed that I went down to 55.5 seconds on average, which is like an increase of nearly 17%. That is kind of nuts. To say the least. I am not the best PVMer, but for me that was a pretty big damage increase. I did die quite a few times, but we're definitely gonna ignore those. That is that is a user error. I also did use the benefits of the time anomaly spell, whatever it's called, the one that gives you a chance to reset your abilities, because you get higher base damage, of course, with the tumekens helm. So you technically have a higher ability reset chance, so I took that into account as well. Next, I brought it to Raksha, because Raksha is one of my favorite bosses. And everybody in my chat, don't forget to join the Twitch, by the way. And whilst we're on the midpoint anyways, don't forget to subscribe if you liked it so far. Raksha, the thing I always complain about, or at least that I'm hoping to hit, is that we can consistently start the fight in Sunshine, like right off the rip, and that we can just smoothly transition into P4. I don't think we're there yet, or at least I am not there yet. For speed kills, definitely we are now, because it's a lot more consistent, and I think the Sunshine start is probably the way I'm gonna do Raksha from now on. Because usually what happens is if you're not fast enough, you'll run out of Sunshine, so you basically lose all your DPS, and then you get into P4, or P3 I mean, and it starts healing, and like once you're in that cycle you're kind of screwed. What I noticed is that even with the 4-piece, now since you already get that crit bonus, it's basically consistent to beat him like when he does the shadow balls, if not before that. But with the 5-piece set I was basically consistently, when the balls came out, like I had him down, and 3 out of the 5 kills I even got him phased before the balls came out. So that's great. Raksha was a little bit slower. I noticed an average of nearly 6% speed increase. That is also, of course, you got, whenever he phase transitions, if you're like a tick too late, he will do like the next attack animation. You lose a lot of seconds on that. If he starts healing on an unfortunate time, then you lose a lot of time on that. So there's like a lot of phase transitions where you can lose a ton of DPS. So it's like less consistent that way, or more consistent, I guess, since the increase is slower. But it's really strong, especially like P4. Like when she starts firing, it's it's nuts. I noticed that more with the tectonic helm. Like the speed increase in P4 was really, really huge. But with the 5-piece, because I consistently left P3 quicker with the 5-piece, my P4s were a little clunkier. So, suffering from success, I guess. Yeah, I think in conclusion, yeah, definitely wear the 5-piece over the tectonic helm if you're like an average Joe PVMer. I will probably have some really endgame hench daddies tell me I'm wrong. But if you're about of my skill level, it seems that the full set is just a straight upgrade. Especially within Sunshine. If you're really sweaty, it's only like a 5-second charging time. Now it used to be 9 seconds. That's also a change they did. So if you want to be extremely hench, you could, I guess, equip full Elite Tectonic once you leave Sunshine. If you really want that juice. But yeah, I think if you're an average Joe, get the full set, get maging, and start blasting all your bosses. Once again, if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, join the Twitch, have a good time, be good people. See you later.